Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I actually didn't upload a video last week because I was sort of lacking in motivation, to be honest, with filming and editing. But this week I thought I'm going to get it filmed early and I'm going to get it edited and uploaded for 6 again. So basically, this video is going to be a bit of a book unhauling. I've got 10 books down here and that I'm going to get rid of because I don't really have much space. I mean, I have a bookcase, but it isn't the biggest. And then I have 2 piles of books down near my bed, piles of books under my bed and on top of my drawers. So I don't have the most room in the world. And I do see people that wait until the end of the year and then do a massive book unhauling. But as I said, I just don't have the space to do that. And I'd rather unhaul them now and take them to the charity shop than keeping them sat in my bedroom till the end of the year when I'm not going to read them again. So this is the pile of books. There's only 10 here because I must admit I'm not very good with getting rid of my books. It hurts me because I just don't like getting rid of books. But these are some that I've either read once and I'm not going to read again, I've never read, or I simply just don't want anymore. If you can see something down here, I've actually got a little guest with me, haven't we? My little cat with her cute pink bandana on. I actually bought her this from Primark a couple of years ago and I didn't actually realise, but that bandana is the exact same one that Barbie wears in the Barbie movie. So Tiny is a bit of a celebrity with that bandana on. So the first 2 books that I'm going to be unhauling are Off Track and Overdrive by Esha Patel. Now, I did really like these. I liked Overdrive a lot more than Off Track, but am I going to read them again? Not really. I do like Formula One romances. She's just washing, if you can see. But I don't know. I just don't think I'm going to read them again. So they are the first 2 books to be unhauled. By the way, I usually send my books to the charity shop. The next book is Every Christmas Eve by Emma Hetherington. And I don't really know with this one. I bought it at Christmas. I think I bought it last December in Asda, and I didn't read it at Christmas, and I don't think I'm going to read it. It doesn't really look a bit of me. And my good friend Andrea from Love from Rose Cottage sent me lots and lots of Christmas books. I did a short on that a bit ago. So I will be definitely reading all of those at Christmas. So I don't think I need any more Christmas books. So I'm going to be unhauling this one. Now, it is a sprayed edge, but I don't know if you can see that. It was piled up on my book pile and then the cat spilled a drink of Coca-Cola and it spilled all the way down the books, and some of them are a bit like that. But it's still readable and the pages aren't stuck together or anything, and I did properly dry it out. But that was your fault, wasn't it, Mrs? Well, you're not really a Mrs. because you're not married, because you're a baby. Well, she's 6, unfortunately. The next one is Christmas at the Cat Cafe by Jessica Redland. And I went to the works around Christmas time, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, because my mum wanted some Christmas books and she wanted me to buy this one. Well, she bought it, but she had seen it and she liked the look of it, so she asked me to get it when I went into town. And she started to read it, but she said she found it a bit boring. Now, I read it and I absolutely loved this book, and it was so Christmassy and so cosy, and it does hurt me a little bit to get rid of this book because, yeah, I did love it, but am I going to read it again? Not really, and especially because Christmas is only once a year. Obviously I know you can read Christmas books when it's not Christmas, but I don't really like to because they just get me in the Christmas spirit. And if I was to read this now, I would want it to be Christmas right now. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to read that one again, so that one has to go. The next one is Wednesday, a novelisation of season 1. Now, I watched Wednesday season 1 with my sister at the beginning of last year or the end of the year before, and I really loved it. And then I saw this in Asda actually, and I thought, oh, I'm going to pick that up. Now, I do normally read books before I watch the film adaptation or the TV show, but I was not aware that they did a book for season 1 of Wednesday, so that is why I ended up reading this after I'd watched the show. But I just don't think I'm going to read it again. Like I said, I read it once after I watched the show, and yeah, I just do not think I'm going to be reading that again. So the next book is Degrees of Engagement by Jennifer Hennessy. Now, I picked this up from the works last year. I think they were having a sale on, and I actually picked this up for £1, and I really liked the look of it, but upon flipping through, the chapters are quite big, and I hate books with big chapters. And again, I probably would read this, but it's been sat on my shelf now for about a year, and I've never picked it up, so again, it's got to go, I'm afraid. Now, this one, My Vampire Plus One by Jenna Levine, I picked this up in Aldi actually around Halloween last year because I'd seen that they had like lots of Halloween books out, and I was really excited to read it, but again, I never ended up reading it, and I just don't think I'm going to. I think I more so picked it up for the cover and the fact that it was a Halloween book and it was at Halloween. I did intend to read it obviously, but I just never have, and there's no point keeping a book that I'm probably never going to read. So yeah. The next book is Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. Now, I didn't want to get rid of this because this got me back into reading again, because I did stop reading for a while when I was going through some things, but this is the first book that I read when I got back into reading. My mum gave me it, and I didn't want to get rid of it because it did get me back into reading, but I read it and it isn't my favourite Colleen Hoover book, and I'm never going to read it again. Now, I know Colleen Hoover as an author is quite controversial, but I do like some of her books. Like, I've got a couple that I haven't read yet, and I've read Verity, and I absolutely loved Verity. I've read November 9, and I did enjoy that one. I can't remember if I've read any more, but I do actually like Colleen Hoover as like her writing. I do like some of her books, so that is, but again, like I said, I'm never going to read it again. Now, the next one is a Formula 1 romance by Josie Juniper, Double Apex. Now, I did like the look of this book, and it looks very summery, but again, it's been on my shelf for like a whole year and I've never picked it up. And I just think there's no point keeping a book that I'm not going to read when somebody else could see it and really like it and want to read it. So hence why that one is going. Now, the last book to go is actually a quote book. It's The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse by Charlie Mackesy. And I bought this when I was going through a pretty bad time because it was like a positive quotes book. But I don't know, I do really like it, but it's like quotes, as you can see. So it's not an actual storybook. It's not an actual novel, it's just quotes and pictures. And to be honest, now it just reminds me of the bad time that I was going through when I bought it. I have read all the quotes in it, and it is quite a lovely book, but like I said, it's just tainted with some bad memories for me, so I don't want to be keeping that. So that is all the books that I'm going to be unhauling this time. I'm sure if I have some more in the future, I'll do another one of these videos. But yeah, like I said, I know it isn't much that I'm getting rid of, but to me, 10 books is a lot to get rid of, especially when I hate getting rid of books. But like I said, they will be going to good homes, they will be going to the charity shop. So yeah, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please don't feel obliged to, you don't have to. But I hope you liked this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye everyone. Oh, Tiny wants to say bye-bye as well. Say bye bye everybody. Bye everyone.